Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. Today we will discuss about do you think people should be encouraged to use public transportation or not? Okay, before we start our discussion, let me introduce myself first. My name is Munira binti Muhammad Nur.
My name is Sabira binti Cetani.
My name Nur Natihah binti Muhammad Nazri.
My name is Muhammad Zahra.
My name is Muhammad Imran Benjamin.
Okay, now let me start with our discussion. In my opinion, I think people should be encouraged to use public transport because it can save our money. It is because we know that the cost of living in our country is higher now. So not all people are affordable to buy their own vehicles. And then, for example, we use public transportation like bus and taxis. We know the fare for bus and taxis are cheaper than we use our own vehicle, which is when we use public transportation, we doesn't need to have money to fill our tank. But when we use public transportation, we just pay for our fare to go to our destination. And then when we use public transportation also, we can save our money to fill the petrol, which is the petrol sometimes is rise and sometimes is come down. And then when we use public transportation, when we go to somewhere, we need we should pay for parking, right? And then okay, when we use public transportation, we doesn't need to buy for parking. We just pay for the cost, the destination where that we want to go. Okay, that is my opinion. How about you?
I agree with your opinion, but I have my own opinion to not use public transport. For the first one, I think if I use public transport, it will take a time for me to arrive at what destination where I want to go. This, for example, I have a situation. I have a class on 8 a.m. I wait bus on 7 a.m. So duration to wait 1 hour. I wait a bus, but until 8 a.m. the bus not coming. I don't know what happened. So I late to come my class, and it will affect my attendance. From that situation, I I did not use public transport to for my if I want to go if I want to somewhere. And for the next, I think use public transport is not comfortable for me. As you know, if we use public transport, we need to share with others, and we need to sit in the ground. And if I late, I need to hang up my hand, and that's and it's not comfortable for me. So that's my point to listen. So how about your?
Okay, in my opinion, I agree with you because your explanation. And then for my opinion, which is use of public transport will reduce the pollution because the more people who travel public transport, the fewer the emission of the gases from the one vehicle, which is when we use a public transport, the emission only one public transport only. But when we do not use, it will make a lot of emission of the gas from to the atmosphere, and it will trap, it will cause air pollution. So I think public transport can reduce the pollution. Okay, I think what is your opinion?
Okay, before I come up with my point, I want to give my opinion about his point. Okay, he said that if he late, he need to hang out his hand. So I think it's all about your own time management. If you come a little bit early, so you didn't need to hang out your hand, or you can have your own seat. And then it's all about public transport, so everyone need to share. If you want to ride it on your own, it's better to use your own transport, right? Okay, okay, for my opinion, I agree that people are encouraged to use public transport, because if we take a bus, for example, we can avoid traffic jam. Okay, because as we know, we are already have traffic jam, especially in some, like at a roundabout or somewhere. So if everybody have their own awareness to use public transport, so it will reduce more of traffic jam, because now some students use their own vehicle to come to class. So that's why our roadway are a little overwhelmed. Okay, that's my point.
I think it is possible to for the public transport to support all the people, such as for example in UM, there are so many students in UM. So do you think it is possible the public transport to support all the
All the
students in the college?
Okay, for the college student, for me, as we see, some of the students use their own vehicle, such as ride their own bicycle. Okay, that's also can save
Our environment.
yeah. So for those for those that didn't have any bicycle, so they ride their own the public transport. So it's not the problem.
Okay, can I tell you? Okay, the point we have said that when we use public transportation, we can reduce air pollution, right?
Yes.
Okay, nowadays for example, the cars, the cars not especially use petrol, right? So okay, how about it? If the cars doesn't use petrol, is give air pollution?
Okay. For that question, the it doesn't mean that the cars only emit the pollution, which is for we build the land for the road also give the side effect for the environment. That that is not only for vehicle or from other ways, but for the land also, when we want to when we when the when the more of vehicle on the road, uh, and it will make a traffic jam, then the government will will the government want to build another road, and it will disrupt the environment. That can by the using of public transport, it will reduce the pollution, like that.
So can you satisfy with the answer?
concern.
Okay, I think for the conclusion for this discussion, we already heard for the advantage and the disadvantage. For the advantage, we have less pay for money for the farewell. We can, I think, less to use our money for the farewell, for the fuels, and the others for less emission. I think as we are the environmentalists, I think it's a good practice for us as environmentalists to use public transport to less emission and to less pollution. And for last advantage, about the BBM, I think it is possible, and I already hear the explanation about how can the public transport support all the students, for example, in BBM. So I think it's one of the good advantage for using the public transport. And for the disadvantage, I think there is your own way to choose for your own path. You mean by there is your own choice. There is your own choice.
Time management.
Yeah, this is all about the time management. I think for this discussion, we already agreed that all the people should use the public transport for their encourage. So I think
Are good impact for us and also to the
Environment.
I think it's good opinion. It's a good opinion. So we end up our discussion with Dr. Kipara and Surabaya.